everyone. Welcome to Mom and Son Podcast. This is Rose, the mom.
And this is Anton, the son.
Okay, so maybe we should introduce ourselves a bit more. I'm Rose Fres Fausto. I'm also known on social media as the FQ Mom. FQ stands for Financial Intelligence Quotient.
And I would be the FQ son. So my name's Anton Fausto. I'm a fresh grad. I'm a professional host and dance choreographer.
Okay, so this is actually our maiden episode of Mom and Son podcast, and we talked about it during our annual year ender.
That's right. And
So it's
actually,
part of our goals.
I'm the third. I'm the bunso.
Yes, that's right.
Of three sons. That's right. And I don't know who knows. Baka we can guess them in our future.
Yeah. Who are
This is the first one. So yun, Happy New Year again to everybody. We hope that you had a great vacation. Got to really rejuvenate and recharge yourselves for what's to come for this 2019.
That's right. And it's very exciting for me to have my bunso, Anton, with me on board here because he's actually the one who knows about this. He was a student jock.
That's right. I just finished my stint. I was around 3 years. I was a student jock for an FM station, Monster RX 93.1. So I have experience with board work, speaking on the air and the like. And hopefully, it gets to translate here because even if I've had experience in radio, it's like a different game when you do a podcast.
Yes. How did you enjoy your stint there?
Actually, it was great because it's another avenue where you can be yourself. You can share your thoughts, and there aren't really much there aren't much rules in saying what you want to say. I mean, depending on what the topic is, you can talk about your perspective as a student, as a dancer, as a son, as a brother. There isn't really just one persona you have to use or take up.
Yeah, and I think the reason why I'm also attracted to start this podcast is that it's not video. People love watching videos now, but when it comes to video, it has to be snappy and you have to make it short.
Yeah.
That sometimes you get the person who's there being videoed. There's not enough time and relaxed tone when you're trying to explain something.
The content might be sort of altered to fit the video format. And something I personally believe in is that podcasts are so helpful. I just discovered this last month.
Oh, why?
When you're stuck in traffic.
That's right.
Especially last month, the Christmas traffic was crazy. So what I would do if I'd have to drive from QC to Makati, normally, let's say that would take like an hour.
Yeah.
But during the rush hour, it becomes 2 hours. So I get to finish a whole podcast episode and even more stuck in traffic. So I feel like it's very useful. And, we can relate us, Manila
course,
people.
Metro Manila people. And you now have the license to multitask.
yeah, of course. But be safe. That's why podcast is just audio. You still keep your eyes on it. Okay, so our topic
for today, Anton, what's our topic for today?
It's what everybody talked about this
during the Christmas
holidays. It's bullying.
Yes. So what is bullying ba talaga? No? So to define bullying, it's actually the use of force, threat, or coercion to abuse, intimidate, or aggressively dominate others. The behavior is often repeated and habitual.
Okay. So this is in any setting. It's not necessarily just one in school.
Yes.
It can happen
It can happen everywhere. At home, in your, even at
the
work.
Workplace, yeah.
Yes. In the country. in bullying, we have to really point that out, that there is a requisite for you to call it a bullying. There has to be an imbalance of social or physical power.
So it's new. It's already new this day and age because, probably in your time, bullying is more evident. If a child goes home with bruises and wounds, that they're being
especially
bullied.
for the boys.
Yeah. But then nowadays, it can be happening on their phone, and you wouldn't know about it. It can be actually more dangerous because, if back when social media wasn't a thing, when you go home from school, the bullying ends. But then now, since we're always on our phones, you know, you can be
Yes. So
cyberbullied.
it's
You can,
24/7
yeah,
now,
yeah.
no? It's very difficult. And the spread of the effect of this bullying. Because before, let's say, well, that incident that happened in Ateneo, our alma mater,
Yeah.
if it were pre-social media days, it would have been confined to the community, to
Yeah.
the school. But since it went viral,
The whole country
or who
knows
knows,
about
the
it.
entire world,
Yeah,
no?
yeah.
But it was such a big fuss. It was a big hullabaloo during the Christmas season, and I found myself being in discussions in almost every Christmas party I
Yes,
attended.
yes, all. And you'd get all the perspectives from parents of people who, especially parents of people who have been, of kids who have been bullied. Of course, they feel really strongly about this. And the reason why, I mean, and the fact that the whole bullying incident became so big, made us really believe that we have to talk about it. It's not a
Yeah.
problem that will
Go
not,
away
yeah, it's not something that you can solve like
by
just
yourself.
instantly,
Yeah.
because it's going to prevail, it's going to keep happening, and the best you can do is to, I guess, equip yourselves against
Yes.
that.
And maybe it's really good to also point out that there are three participants to a bullying. Number one, there's the bully. Number two, there's the bullied. And number three, the bystander.
That's right, because you know how um, usually people just focus on the bully.
Yes.
They keep saying the bully has a problem, the bully probably doesn't have a good life at home, but then we have to
Everybody
remember
hates the bully.
that bullying isn't just a one person thing.
Yeah.
It's not just, it's not a one player game. There's also the environment that makes it possible to bully. Even if the bullied people are the victims, there's also something they can do about this whole bullying situation.
Okay, so maybe let's talk about all the three elements, The bully. What can you say about that, Anton?
What can I say about the bully? Well, of course, we know there's an ego problem there, an ego and a confidence issue there,
Yes.
because there wouldn't be a need for one person to put another person down,
Down,
just to make
correct.
himself feel,
Yes.
But then at the same time, it could be also him being misinterpreted. There are times that bully people, they don't really know how to socialize and get close to other people except through, the panloloko, the physicality of it, the
Yeah.
the teasing is one. Because if you see the difference, if you see two friends teasing and making fun of each other, it's okay. You can say that that's like just brotherly love.
Yeah,
But
so that's what we should make clear, no? It is
Mm-hmm.
not bullying. It could just be roughhousing. Okay, but we'll go back
Yeah,
to that
yeah.
later, no? So we're talking about the bully. You said that he has an ego problem.
Mm-hmm.
And also, maybe at home, that's how he sees things.
yeah,
So, for you to be able to assert what you stand for, maybe baka ganun yung nakikita niya sa bahay,
you have to
diba,
fight
no?
for it.
Yeah. So maybe he sees that the one who has the most power really imposes that power to intimidate, to get something, or just to get the kicks out of it, di ba?
Mm-hmm,
I mean, let's face it, we also like that feeling, and hari ako,
Oh,
reyna
I
ako,
won.
no?
Ganun, yeah.
So that's for the bully. The bullied, naman. Let's go to the bullied.
Okay, I feel like the bullied is really, it's the thing that needs, I guess it's the one that you could really work on the most, and the one that needs the most, how do I say this? Most effort, most
Attention?
Yeah, most attention. Because the bullied, although they're the victims, it's always a prior to their being bullied. There's always something like a setting that they're in, or a disposition.
The bully, you mean?
Yeah, for example, the new student at school. Before anyone even knew him, before he was even bullied, there is this, how do I say, like an image he portrayed, or a way that he carried himself, or the way he interacted with the people for the first time, the first impression he was giving out to different people. If there's if a person, if a student, for example, is already very confident in himself,
Yes.
doesn't let all the teasing and all the jokes get to him and make him very, we call it picon. I feel like that is one of the best
Safeguards?
Yeah, the best safeguards, defense against bullying, because again, prevention would always be the best solution.
Yeah.
instead of it would be obviously it would be easier to not let the bullying begin rather than even have a bullying situation that you would have to fix. It's
Okay.
easier to not have it not have it to begin with than to fix one that already
So what do
exists.
you think? Because we're talking about the bullied party here, no? Yung binubully. Ano ba yung itsura nung... Kasi parang, ano yan prey, di ba? So, usually, if you're probably small
Yeah.
and parang mahina,
Shy.
yes. So, that's probably prone to being bullied, no? But also, there are times na just because you're a newcomer,
Yeah.
just because sometimes nga even the artistas there are
Really?
stories, yes, when they go to a school, especially if they're a transferee and they're a little bit famous, there will be mean girls there who would probably try to protect their turf, no, their kingdom na. So they would try to, and the bullying among girls is a little bit more complicated because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not physical, it's tarayan.
Yeah, they act as if you don't exist that time.
Yes,
Yeah.
and nga, that's it cuts deeper.
Yeah, they're really different forms, and I mean, you can't. There's not really one stereotype of what a person being bullied would seem like, because there are others who, they might use it as their way to fit in,
Yes.
like to be able to hang out with this certain barkada, to allow themselves to be the ones, you always the one being made fun of and everything, and they kind of embrace that. So I feel like the way to really protect themselves, or to really fight, quote unquote, against the bullying, of course, without violence, would be the self-confidence, and
Yeah.
that's really developed at home,
Yes,
how
from
you're
the
taught
very
to treat
start, no?
different people.
So, dapat di mo care. Keber ka lang
Yeah.
if somebody starts bullying you. So, it's really developing a healthy sense of self-worth, self-esteem. That would be the best safeguard against bullying. And also to have friends
Yeah,
with
yeah.
you, ano? So, wait, can we just go back to the bully? So, parang mga safeguards. If you are the potential bully, you have to really look into yourself, no? You have to be embarrassed. That's why when you said earlier that it's good to put this in the discussion table. So if somebody is a stang bully, well, he might probably be enjoying his kingdom, no? But he has to realize that something's wrong with him. Why does he have to inflict pain on others just to feel good about himself? So that has to be parang talagang in your face on people who are bullies or potential bullies. No? Kailangan mo pa ba yan to feel good about yourself? And then the bullied, do you deserve that? So now let's go to the third participant, who is the bystander. And of course, ito yung majority.
Yeah.
Diba? We have a role to play.
Yeah. The thing is, when it goes two ways, because obviously if you're a bystander and then you're not being bullied, and then you kind of get in the way, you try to stop
Yeah.
bully doing his work, you actually put yourself
In danger.
in danger of being bullied as well.
Yes, yes. So how is that?
It's really, honestly, it's really challenging.
It's-
There's
it's-
no
yeah.
there's no like one answer that, okay, bystanders have to do this and everything's
Yeah.
going to be okay.
Uh-uh.
I feel like the bystanders, it's a choice, because you know that saying, you'd always tell us that bad things happen when good
Yes,
people
don't do anything.
when good people do nothing. Although it's a risk, I feel like it's a necessary risk. People will have to take. For all the bystanders out there, I feel like it's important to, be confident in yourself first.
Correct.
The same way bullied people, need that self-confidence, need that self-esteem, and that, set of friends, that support system. Also for the bystanders, because
Yes.
you might be launching yourself into a war that
Yeah. So actually, Anto, di ba, especially for boys schools, no? Parang may totem pole dyan eh. So the popular boys,
yeah
they actually have a responsibility to stand up to the bully.
yeah yeah
Di ba? Parang,
the people who are known by a lot,
Yes.
liked by a lot,
Kunyari,
even if
the
they're not,
jocks or
the bullied people, even if they're not the bulliers
yes,
or
correct.
whatever.
So that is actually their responsibility to also stand up
Mm-hmm.
and protect those who are weaker. I was just remembering, because you mentioned to our audience a while ago that your three boys, your two older brothers were really skinny, and
Yeah.
so we enrolled them in taekwondo
Yeah.
in order to have self-confidence, and it
I
worked.
honestly didn't know that. You know how parents would always they'd make their kids learn swimming, basketball, piano, everything. I thought
Yes,
taekwondo was just one of those things you just throw your kids into just for them to have something
but
to do
there's
on
a
the
reason for
weekends. And,
that.
there's a reason, taga.
Yeah, so and this was my standing order because the teacher to student ratio is really one
Oh
is to
yeah,
40
especially in
or
the
even
schools we
more.
went to, which is Xavier and
Yeah,
Ateneo, around
traditional
40 students in a
schools,
class.
yes. So my standing order to the boys was that if somebody hits you, you tell teacher, but if teacher cannot attend to you right away, you hit and you hit harder.
Yeah. Oh, but there's actually a fine line here. You have to make sure that you how do I say? You have to explain this well, especially to a
Yes.
kid.
Yes, and you know what you would say, the three of you would say, but ma, teacher always says we should not revenge, we should not fight back.
Yeah.
And then I go, because you had to have a support, no, when you're going to implement something. And then I said, okay, if teacher scolds you, reprimands you for that, you just tell teacher that that was my order. But you have to explain that
Yeah.
because she wasn't able to attend to you right away, and that's the
Yeah.
reason why you had to protect yourself. Because I remember explaining this to you a lot, that the bully had to know the consequence of his action.
Yeah. You don't go around looking for I mean for everyone, you don't go around looking for opportunities to hit people back. It's really just as the reaction to harm being inflicted on you. Because
Yes, that was also one of
you
my
have to
requirements. You should not be the one to
yeah,
start
you
it.
shouldn't be one to start it. If somebody hits you, if somebody gives you a problem, you let them know. You don't say although I mean we a while ago we were talking about how for the people who get bullied, you have to act like it doesn't matter. Only to a sense that it doesn't matter that he gets you down.
Yeah.
But it's really important to if you know if there's someone giving you a problem and you know that it's not right and you really believe in it, you have to let that person know.
Yes.
Whether it be through talking to him, whether it be through hitting back.
Uh-oh.
And I feel like the main, although we always say the violence isn't an answer.
Yes.
The reason why I believe, the reason why we're taught to hit back is because you have to. The most important thing is you have to solve your problems on your own. You can't wait. That's why, growing up, we were taught to hit back, so that we wouldn't have to go to mommy and daddy to fix our own problems.
Yes.
It has to be you, because if someone being bullied brings the parents, it's gonna become even a bigger thing, and that's
a
what
bigger
also
issue.
it goes to our our message to all the families out there, that the most important thing you have is the support system, the kakampihan you have at home with your family.
Yeah.
So for all the students, all the children out there, it's okay. I feel like it's important to really tell your parents what happened in school.
Yes.
If you feel like this person's giving you a problem, because obviously your parents are already more mature, they've experienced this. You can say that there may be this student, this classmate, who you think is bullying you, making fun of you all the time. But then when you talk about it with your parents and then they understand it, they hear what happened, it could actually be like, oh, this person's trying to be friends with you. I mean,
Just doesn't know how to express
yeah,
himself.
and maybe then you can deal with it accordingly. But
Yeah.
at the same time, the parents will know, okay, this is wrong. This is already crossing the
Yes.
line.
Yes.
And then you do something about it. So I mean, and back to what Mama said a while ago. If you do bring it for the children, if you do bring it back to that person who bullied you, who gave you a problem, you tell him that you make it clear that he's giving you a problem, what he's doing is wrong, and it becomes a bigger thing, and the teachers get involved. At least your parents are already on the same page, and you're confident that if you believe in what you're doing and your parents have your back, syempre, I mean, at least for me, I care more about what my parents think than my teacher for 1 year.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Did you have any experience?
Of bullying.
Yes.
Bullying. I'd like to believe I wasn't bullied, or I didn't. I didn't. I know. I mean, I studied in an all-boys school at Ateneo, and roughhousing was really a thing. We like to play sports. We like to be competitive. I mean, we have all these kainisans and argues, but I think it was all like on a peer level.
Yes. So there's no imbalance of power.
Yeah, I think. But I mean, when we talk about my experience in school though,
As a bystander, you had
yeah,
this.
as a bystander, no, I watched the video that everybody was talking about of the kid bullying Ateneo. If I were to be in that batch, because
Yes.
this was probably a couple of years,
If
lots
you
of
were
years.
the guys in the banyo.
Yeah, if I was in the bathroom, I honestly would have just wanted just like get out of there because I mean,
Yeah.
this is this little kid who knows how to beat up students,
Mm-hmm.
for probably no good reason. If it's just me
Mm.
trying to do something about it, I mean, I'm probably just gonna get beaten up too.
So what would you do? You'd probably go ask for.
I probably, first talk to your friends about it. The people you really trust. Because if you go straight to it, if you go straight to the teacher, that makes you,
Teacher?
what do you call that?
Ay, yung sumbongero.
Yeah, sumbongero. It has to be something that, well thought of. But you have to do something. Although it's really difficult, it's easier said than done. You have to do something. Whether it is talking to the bully yourself, bringing it to the proper
Maybe if you
authorities.
really knew the bully, you would, your personality
Or
would
talk-
go approach him. Pare, what
Talk-
ganun?
talk to the
Bakit?
bully.
Anong problema?
Yeah.
Gananin mo siguro, no?
Chances are you're not gonna get an answer of it's because of
Yeah,
my
yeah.
self-esteem. But the fact that you're not gonna get those
Of course.
golden answers kagad.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I solved it. You have to the fact. I mean, even if you don't see the effects, I'm sure that there is a big effect of you talking to that bully.
Yes.
Because
somebody's
chances are no
calling
one
it
ever has talked to him. Because syempre
Yes.
people are scared of him. But if there's this one random guy, this one classmate you don't really talk to, goes up to you and say, are you things okay? Like why are you doing this
Mm-hmm.
to these other students who aren't doing anything to you? I'm pretty sure that's gonna have a big effect later on.
Yeah.
Because of course the bully there's already something kinda misaligned, something wrong with the bully. Of course, at first glance he's gonna say, there's something wrong with me, there's something wrong with him. Something like that.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but talking to the bully, I think would kind of plant the seed.
Yes. Inception.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so that was fun, Anton, and we hope that you also had fun. Do give us your feedback. You may
Okay, you
reach
can
us
you can
through
email.
our social media channels.
That's right.
I have on Facebook FQ Mom and Twitter the FQ Mom, also on Instagram and YouTube. Or you can also email to those who are in the email type of
Yeah, more
correspondence.
formal.
Yes, you can email me at fqmom, the mom has a double M at the end, at gmail.com.
Okay, and for me, you can reach me through I have a Facebook page, Anton Hosting, and on the other social media platforms, that's at Doremi Fausto. And you can also email me, antonfausto@gmail.com.
Okay,
so
so-
we'll be trying to make this how do you say? Do you call it bi-monthly?
Yes, that's bi-monthly. So it's every other week. I hope you enjoyed as much as we did, bringing you this initial podcast of Mom.
Mom and son.
Yes.
Wait. Just a last note. We talked about bullying for around 20 minutes, but obviously it doesn't stop there, and we want to
Yes.
know what you guys think.
Yeah, please.
I'm sure not. I mean, everybody has their own take on bullying.
Yeah, you may disagree with us.
Yeah, I mean, it's we're actually lucky that we didn't really have to go through any intense bullying. So of course,
yes.
our opinion would be different if
Correct.
we had different
Yes,
experiences.
yeah. It's good that you point that out. Just because you didn't experience the pains of
Yeah.
bullying,
Yeah, I know. I would
gives you a set of perspective. So we acknowledge that, and we would also want to hear from you regarding
That's
that,
right.
especially those.
Okay.
Yes, so it's been great, and we really wish you a wonderful, wonderful 2019. And we hope you'd see us again 2 weeks from now.
That's right.
So this has been Rose the Mom.
And Anton the son. Have a good day.
Bye!